Hello, I'm Dr. Matt Winning, a climate scientist, stand-up comedian and author of the book Hot Mess, What on Earth Can We Do About Climate Change? And I'm here to talk to you about the one thing climate scientists don't want you to know about. Just kidding, we very much want you to know about this, like we're absolutely desperate. If you have a job, chances are you're paying into a pension and not really thinking about it except for that time of the year when you get an annual statement and an email that you forget to open. Meanwhile, your pension fund is taking that money, scurrying off and investing it in lots of different things. Real estate, tech companies, healthcare, beanie babies, and fossil fuels. Yeah, that's the one we climate scientists are slightly worried about because, well, claiming to be investing for your future, they might actually be funding the very companies that are screwing your future. Make My Money Matter have done some research and found that each pension in the UK invests about £3,000 in the fossil fuel industry. And if you're tempted to say, well, that's just how things are, I can't really do much about it, that is what I am here to talk to you about. This is the report that the team at Make My Money Matter put together exploring the link between our pensions and fossil fuel expansion. So, why now? Why this report? Our planet is heating up at an alarming rate. This is because human activity is pumping loads of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, the majority of which originate from oil and gas companies who dig up and sell ancient squash plants to set on fire. The time left to keep warming below dangerous levels is rapidly shrinking. One of the biggest changes we need to make is to shift away from burning fossil fuels and rapidly increase renewable energy. The International Energy Agency says we need to triple renewable capacity by 2030 to be on track for net zero and stop all new fossil fuel expansion. Some oil companies have said they're investing in renewables. Some have even set net zero targets. But then, Putin's invasion of Ukraine caused an energy crisis. Spiralling prices led to record profits for oil and gas companies. And therefore, they obviously used that money to shift their business model to become more sustainable, and we all lived happily ever after. The end. Wait, no, only joking, of course they didn't. Instead, what they did was they passed those profits on to shareholders, ramped up fossil fuel spending, and rolled back climate commitments. With the help of some governments, which shall not be named, and also with the help of some banks, which shall also not be named. Sparklies. This report exposes the scale of the contribution from UK pensions to fossil fuels, and it's a staggering 88 billion. I tried to find a pebble beach with 88 billion stones to show you what that amount of money would roughly look like, but all I could find was this article saying that it would take decades to count. And just like climate change, we don't have the time. I'm going to eyeball it and say that that's probably equal to the amount of stones on Brighton Beach. This works out at about £3,000 per pension in the UK. Think of what you could do with that money. That's like a month's energy bill or a round of mojitos in central London. The other thing the report found was the massive gap between how much our pensions are investing in fossil fuels versus how much they invest in clean energy. Basically, this data shows that our pensions are not committed to a just transition, to renewable energy or to a sustainable net zero target, and that's just a problem for everyone, especially if you've ever had hopes of cashing in on that pension money. So, what do we do about this? Well, if you have a pension, you have power. Start by sharing these concerns with your pension fund. They'll either try and change the topic, or hopefully more likely, point you in the direction of a sustainable fund they offer. You might want to check that sustainable fund definitely isn't investing in fossil fuels either. It might be. And if this sounds like too much work, then just visit makemymoneymatter.co.uk. They have the emails already written and waiting to go with the click of a button. We're already seeing financial institutions respond to this kind of pressure, and with each email that gets sent, we create more space for climate science in these conversations about how to invest money and real action from the pensions industry. And that is what I would call winning. I didn't write the last line.